Who doesn't love a good pair of sweatpant jeans? Like jeans that are so comfortable, you pretty much can sleep in them if you want to. I've done it. I have different outfits for you today on how to style these, and I want to kind of give the rundown. Do they work for my mid-sized curvy body? Hint, they do. I love them. So I'm so excited. Let's get into it. We are starting off strong here. So first up, we have the Halara Flex high-waisted pockets, rolled hem, wide leg, casual jean. I love the big cuffs at the bottom. The cuffs are sewn in, so do note that. They're not uncuffable. Okay, so I am wearing the distressed denim dark blue. I want to tell you that specifically because a lot of these do come in several washes. This one in particular comes in, looks like 11 washes. I probably want to get at least 2 more. I already have 2. They come in a regular and a petite. I am wearing the regular. I'm 5'6" for reference, and I am wearing these in a size large. If you saw one of my other Halara videos, I think that's where I featured the lighter pair of these, and I was wearing an extra large, and I've noticed that they're just a little bit big. I would argue they run a little bit big. I'm kind of almost in between like a large and an extra large in a lot of the Halara stuff, so take that for what it's worth. And they do come in an extra small through size 3X. So the outfit, this is a pretty basic outfit, especially for me. Honestly, a lot of the outfits in this video in particular are a little bit more on the like go-to everyday basic side, which I know some of you really do like. Some of you are like, Jen, too much, you do too much. Just stop. So this is for you guys, okay? I love me a good flannel, so I'm just kind of going monochromatic here with stripes and a flannel. I love how those work together because you're kind of mixing two geometric style patterns. However, the flannel technically almost has a stripe going across it, so it's almost like you're not quite mixing two, if that makes sense. And then I just did kind of a pop with this bag. I wanted something that really stood out against the blue, and then this bag had tan in it, so I was like, let's just do tan shoes. Let's do a high top, but pants like this. A lot of people ask me like, what kind of shoes do you wear with jeans like this? For me, I've done a lot of things. I've done ballet flats, kind of regular low top sneakers. Clearly I've done high top sneakers. I've done boots, particularly boots that are kind of like more gonna hug your ankle, not like wide combat boots for this. That actually probably wouldn't look the best. And you know, I just anything like that. I'm trying to think of things that wouldn't look good. I would probably just stay away from anything that kind of is wider at the top. Like I know I have like rain boots that are lower and they're kind of wider at the top. I probably wouldn't do stuff like that because then it's almost competing with the wide leg, and you don't want it to compete. You want it to look smaller within the wide leg. That's kind of how I would describe it. But yeah, these are good. These are so good. Next pair, we have the Halara Flex mid-rise wide leg casual jeans with pockets. What really stands out to me here is like that pin tucking. And this is a perfect example of I'm kind of in between sizes. Like I actually liked how these fit on my waist. I'm in a size large, but the pin tucking you can see is pulling just ever so slightly. Hence, I probably could use an extra large, but then it might be a little bit loose on my waist. So these are a good example of ones where we've got belt loops, but the actual pocket in the front is a faux pocket. So these have pockets in the front. They have actual belt loops, which is really nice. And my outfit has a belt. I'll show that to you. My outfit has a belt. We'll talk about that in a second. And then it has back pockets. But here's an example where the front zipper panel it's faux. And they're obviously pull on for that reason. So these come in an extra small through an extra large, and I am wearing them in the shade Tide Blue Denim, and they come in 5 shades total. So like I said, I really wanted to show off the fact that these do have a belt loop. So I went with, again, kind of mixing patterns, a little bit of a basic outfit with something like this with wide leg. I don't always do it. In fact, I don't think I did it on the last outfit, but I do love to wear a fitted top with wide leg pants. That's pretty obvious why, but just kind of have that mix there and bring some shape back. And I decided to sprinkle in some checkerboard going on and kind of the same tones of brown here. I actually particularly like that since I'm not doing jewelry with this, probably because I was too lazy that day. I like that it has that guitar strap. I think that adds a nice touch. And then the mix of the leopard shoes to kind of bring out the leopard in the belt. And sorry, by the way, for some of this B-roll, we still need to paint my studio here. When are we going to paint it? I don't know. At this point, probably after the holidays, but eventually we'll have a color. Oh, hi, me again. I remember when Halara came out with their first pair of these Flex jeans. They're so comfortable. And between then and now, I mean, that was several years ago, they have so many on their website. Like, it's almost hard to narrow down what you want in the cart because there are just so many styles. Even everything from the latest, like barrel jeans are very popular. Like, they even have Flex style barrel jeans, which I've never seen before. And every single pair literally feels like you could sleep in them. I'm not kidding. I've worn these to travel, you know, sit on a plane for hours on end. And I love that you can still kind of put together a look, which is like a little bit more, I'll say elevated from the standpoint of it's not actual lounge pants. You're wearing jeans with like maybe a real outfit. You look like that, but you feel like you're wearing lounge pants. Like it's so good. So I'm so excited to once again be partnering with Halara. I have worked with them in the past. I've styled so many looks from the brand, so I can definitely link those videos for you if you happen to be new here and you haven't seen them. And I have a discount code for you. I'm going to put it on the screen here. One of my favorite ways to wear these is corporate gen. I obviously I'm on calls all day for work, and you really only see from here up and down. And I used to kind of wear like lounge pants, but now I typically am wearing something like this because it feels like I'm wearing a little bit more of an outfit, but it feels no different than lounge pants. So I find myself grabbing for these over and over again. Why are they so comfortable? The secret sauce, I don't know the exact secret sauce, but they have like a 4-way stretch to them. They're just super like flexible. If you go like this, you're pulling on them. Like the waist is always stretchy, but they have pockets, zipper, most of them, like not all of them, but most of them that I'm featuring here today, like they have the proper pockets in the back, in the front, zipper. They look and I wouldn't say they feel like a jean, they do, but they're just breathable and just so much more comfortable. So it's like you're faking your way into making them look like a jean, and they are jeans, but how? I don't know. They're so good. So these here are one of my favorite in the whole video. This is the first I'm trying these specifically, and I definitely want to get another pair. So these are the Flex high-waisted pockets baggy wide leg, and I am wearing the shade Black Iron Gray Denim. These come in 11 different shades. They come in a petite, regular, and tall. Please note, even though I'm not tall, not really, I am wearing the tall length. I did that because I have another pair of Halara wide leg jeans that I kind of really need to just wear flats with them. Otherwise, they're a little bit too short. And I knew I'd want to wear these with like chunky sneakers or whatever. And they come in an extra, extra small through a 3X. So again, I'm wearing the tall. I also am wearing the large. I did that because the wide leg, I thought I just have a little bit more room. These are pull-on, similar to the last ones, actually pretty similar to the last ones, except there is no belt loops. So we've got pockets in the front, pockets in the back, and then a faux zipper panel, no belt loops on this one. This outfit is definitely one of my favorites in the video. So for one, I love that it's grungy. These pants look a little bit grungy, so I kind of leaned into that. We all know how much I love flannels. But what I want to talk about in a second here is how I kind of made this flannel sexier. And that's like a weird thing to say, how to make a flannel sexier, but I get that. But I did do some strategic things to do that. And then I wore my Converse Runstar hikes, again, to kind of lean into the grunge. So first thing that I did to kind of make this a little sexier is I wore it low cut, so to speak, and I wore it with my minimizer bra that I love, so that like, I could have had cleavage if I wanted to, I just really didn't want to, but I love that it has the effect of it being low cut. The second thing that I did, so low cut, wore my minimizer bra, and then I pulled it open and I pinned them here. That's not revolutionary, but that really does make such a difference when you do that. That way it's always going to be showing a little bit more chest than it otherwise would. I mean, this is literally a men's flannel. So, and then the necklaces, I strategically had a necklace go into my shirt. And I like that look just period. I don't know, I just think there's something like a little bit sexy about that. But the way that I had this flannel kind of split at the bottom, because I didn't go down the whole way on it, you actually can see the necklace on the other side, like at the bottom, where it's coming out of the flannel. So I actually think that's kind of a cool effect. And then I wanted you to be able to tell that the flannel was not buttoned the whole way down. Again, kind of to give it a little bit more shape. So I wasn't even doing a belly shirt. I just, wherever the jeans landed, I just kind of stopped the flannel there, and the rest of it was like this. And then what I did is I took a piece from one of the sides and I just tucked it under and then also pinned it there. That way, like, this is always open, this is always open to a degree, and it's very simple, but again, it's like, let's make it a little bit more feminine. You know what I mean? And I honestly love this outfit. I love it so much. I was walking around in the woods in this outfit. I mean, that's how comfortable these jeans are. Like, So this next pair, I'm still gonna feature for you because I hope that they restock it. But these are a flowy wide leg jean with stripes going down the side. I'm wearing these in a size large, and they really kind of remind you of the gray pair that we just saw, except there are stripes going down the side. If they don't end up restocking, you clearly can do this outfit, this type of look with a lot of different jeans. I can link some of them, but I'm hoping they restock them, so I'm still gonna feature them. So here I am just doing a maroon sweatshirt, and what I was trying to do is I'm like, okay, I wanna add something around my waist, a flannel, but then it's like an awkward situation because I'm like, am I hiking up the sweatshirt? Am I putting it right where the flannel, like are they ending together? And all that kind of looked weird. So I actually went with pulling it down, like as far down as it would go, and then putting the flannel over it and almost like cinching my waist a little bit that way. And then I just decided to kind of do almost the high-low effect with, like, I have on pearl necklaces, which I think is kind of funny, but I wanted to bring out pieces of white. So like the stripes are white in the pants, and then obviously pearls are white, and then the front tip of my shoe is white, along with the shoes are burgundy to go with the flannel and the sweatshirt, and the flannel has a little bit of white in it. So I kind of use the white stripe in those jeans to sort of carry me through the rest of the outfit. And again, it's kind of a little bit of a, maybe less grungy than the last one, but very casual, very comfortable. And yeah, I wore these all day and they were perfect. They were great. Did I say I'm wearing a size large? These are a size large. Oh, pardon the interruption. It is just me, your host, Jen. I just wanted to take a moment and properly welcome you into the channel if you happen to be new here. And if you're not new, then welcome back. I am so excited to be partnering today again with Halara. I love their stuff. I'm excited because this is a jeans video. Hopefully you're loving it so far. I will definitely have everything linked for you. The easiest way to shop is actually through the YouTube shopping, where the items pop up as I'm talking about them. So that's really probably the fastest and quickest and most fun way to shop, I like to say. As well as I will continue to put things in my description box and then in a pinned comment as well, just in case that's a better option for you. And since we are about halfway through this video, please give the video a like if you are digging it so far. That really helps out me and my channel when you do so, and I can never thank you enough. On my channel, we do a lot of affordable fashion finds, really cute outfit ideas. So if all of that sounds good to you, definitely consider subscribing. I always like to say, subscribe if you're awesome, or subscribe if you want to be awesome. I think that is it for our morning announcements today. So let's keep going with the video. Next, we have the Halara Flex high-waisted pockets washed. So love the pockets in the front here. That's what drew me to these. And these come in 8 different washes. The color that I am wearing is deep blue water denim. They only do come in 1 inseam. So do note that, again, I'm 5'6" for reference. They do work great for me, but obviously if you're shorter or taller, make note of that. And I'm sure we're not all 5'6" who are watching this. Yeah, obviously. They come in an extra small through a 3X. Now I strategically got an extra large in these because when you have pockets in the front like that, like, do they have to stick out? No, they don't. They could be covered up and nobody would ever know that they were there. But I really wanted to show them off, and I didn't want this to be tight kind of in my stomach. So I wanted to make sure that I got something that was kind of like nice and flowy and, you know, just a little bit looser. Like, I didn't want it to be restrictive, because these aren't the type of jeans that are gonna like make me, you know, like sucked in or anything like that. So I just wanted to be aware of that. And I think this looks really cute with a fitted top or something kind of like tucked in the front. Anything where you can actually just see those front pockets, I think, is key for these. And I think the little seam down the front too, like for me, these aren't distressed. A lot of Halara jeans aren't distressed, as you've seen, but even just like the coloring, it's all pretty much uniform, because sometimes they do have is it whiskering? And the coloring is all even, as you can see, kind of like top to bottom. And then having that the pockets like that with the seam, I feel like these would be great for workwear if you can wear jeans to work, or for Friday if you're allowed to dress down on Fridays or whatever. To me, they're dressy enough definitely to wear to work, but they're comfortable enough to also sleep in, as I have continued to say. But yes, love these. Next, we have probably my least favorite in the whole video. And I'm not surprised by that, because I took a little bit of a gamble on these. As you can see, they're low rise. Like, so right there, that was the gamble, like straight out the gate for me. So they're the Halara Flex Asymmetric low rise baggy wide leg casual jean. So these are so comfortable. Clearly, they're all, I mean, do I have to keep saying that? I feel like I probably should. It's just known at this point. These come in an extra small through a 3X. I strategically got an extra large because, again, with the, for one, the low rise, and also I knew I probably would want to wear something where you would see that the asymmetrical piece like that and sitting low, and I certainly didn't want them to be any sense of tight. So I feel like I definitely got that here with these. They also come in regular, petite, tall, extra tall, and then ultra tall. I am wearing the tall, so do note that. And again, I got a size extra large. These also come in 11 washes. So these for me, they were not something that I ended up styling because I just don't think they're gonna like work for me in that way. However, I have also been wearing them constantly, just like around the house. Like, I'll just be honest. Like, for me, throwing them on with a sweatshirt, like totally fine. Doesn't matter that they're low rise, super comfortable, but wearing them to work, I'm just not really going to style these in a look for me personally. Obviously to each their own, but they're still comfortable, still love them, love the wide leg. They're just not for me for outfit purposes. These are home jeans for me, okay? I wanted to save my favorite until the end, as I always do. So as I was kind of like poking around the website, I noticed that they definitely had a decent amount of barrel jeans. And I'm like, sweatpant jeans, I'm calling them sweatpant jeans, just so you know. Nobody else is really saying that, but I'm telling you, they could be called pajama jeans. They're so comfortable. I'm like, flexible, super flexible jeans like this as barrel jeans. I was kind of like, I was very curious because I actually really like barrel jeans. I know this is maybe not a popular opinion, but all the ones that I have, I wouldn't say that they're like overly rigid, but they're not super stretchy either. So I just didn't know, even like holding that shape of the barrel, you know what I mean? Like, who's gonna hold the barrel? Who's gonna hold it? And I was pleasantly surprised at how well these worked out in terms of, I feel like they still look like a barrel jean. They honestly, I think, look a little bit like a baby barrel if you're scared of barrel. I'm making up all these terms here. Hello, baby barrel. And I am wearing them in a size extra large. I kind of strategically did that because honestly, I just didn't know how this was gonna like work out. I'm like, the wide leg ones, I felt very comfortable getting a large. These, I was like, I probably should get an extra large. I feel like they are a little bit big for me. I don't know if the large would be better. Perhaps I'm a large plus or an XL minus. I don't know. Also making that up. Those are not sizes. And these come in 2 different washes. I'm wearing the mist blue denim. Unfortunately, the sizing is not quite as expansive as some of the other ones that we saw today. They come in an extra small through an extra large. And my outfit with this one is super basic. I'm just wearing it with a fitted top, which is pretty typical for me with barrel jeans and wide leg jeans, as I aforementioned earlier in the video. And I just wanted to sprinkle in like a little bit of Sherpa. So I had these Sherpa flats that I decided to wear, and then I pulled everything together with a Sherpa bag. It's a very simple look, especially for me. I know if you know, you know. However, these jeans, right? Am I right? We've got pockets. There's pockets in the front. There's pockets in the back. They have a proper button zipper. They're not pull on. They have belt loops. These are regular jeans that are lying about being pajamas. They're lying. It's a lie. They're so good. So good. And they really proved me, I was curious. I was really curious how this would work out with being so flexible and being a barrel. And I'm happy to say that it did work out. Oh, also want to note on here, they're called low rise. You know what? That's another reason I bet why I got an extra large, because they're called low rise. I'm trying to remember. But if you look at them on me, they're definitely not low rise. I would call them mid rise. So just do note that. And I do have a longer torso for reference. So good. All right, that is gonna do it. Definitely let me know down in the comments which either outfit or pair of jeans was your favorite from this video. I will be so curious to know. Thank you once again to Halara for sponsoring today's video. Love working with that brand, and a huge thank you to you guys. It's because of you that I am able to partner with different brands that I do love. Don't forget about the discount code. I'll have it up here again on the screen. Gotta save some coin. I mean, and it's good off of regular price items. I guess that's it for me today. Oh, if you are still here, please leave me a heart emoji or the secret video word of secret sauce. Don't forget to subscribe if you are awesome, and click that notification bell so you'll be notified every single time I be in the kitchen cooking them looks. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.